New Orleans, a city of life, music, and celebration. But in 1918, fear took over the streets. A shadow lurked in the night, a figure who struck without warning. He didn't steal. He didn't leave clues. He only left blood. And a signature weapon, a bloody axe. His victims, ordinary families asleep in their beds. His motive, unknown. And his identity, still a mystery over a century later. The first strike. It started on May 22nd, 1918. Joseph and Catherine Maggio, a married couple who owned a small grocery store, were asleep in their home above the shop. Sometime after midnight, a figure crept inside. He carried an axe. Moments later, the silence of the night was shattered. Joseph was struck in the head with brutal force. Catherine, even worse. Her throat had been cut so deeply that her head was nearly severed. Their bodies were discovered the next morning. No valuables were stolen. Nothing was missing, except their lives. The only clue, a bloodied axe abandoned at the scene. The Maggios were only the beginning. Over the next year, more families were attacked. Grocers, Italian immigrants, working-class people, all slaughtered in their own homes. The police were baffled. No fingerprints, no witnesses, no clear motive. Newspaper clippings flash across the screen. Mysterious Axeman strikes again. Swing, another family butchered. The people of New Orleans were living in terror. Doors were bolted, windows were nailed shut, but nothing could stop the Axeman. Then something truly bizarre happened. A letter arrived at the Times-Picayune newspaper, supposedly from the Axeman himself. It read, "They have never caught me, and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible, like the ether that surrounds your earth." But the most chilling part was yet to come. "I am very fond of jazz music, and I swear by all the devils in the underworld that every person shall be spared in whose home a jazz band is playing on Tuesday night." Yes, the Axeman had made a deal with the city. Play jazz and you will live. That Tuesday night, New Orleans became a city of music. Every club was packed. Every home played jazz records. Musicians took to the streets, playing as if their lives depended on it. And maybe they did. That night, the Axeman killed no one. He had promised mercy, and for one night, he kept his word. But the terror wasn't over. For a moment, the city breathed a sigh of relief. But the Axeman wasn't done. Months passed, and just as fear began to settle, the killings resumed. More grocers, more families. The pattern remained the same. Homes broken into at night, brutal axe attacks, and no sign of forced entry. It was as if the killer walked through walls. One of the most terrifying attacks happened in August 1919. A woman named Sarah Lauman was found in her bed, unconscious, her skull cracked open. But she survived, just like another victim, Rose Cortimiglia, who lived to tell the tale. However, neither could remember their attacker. The police were desperate. They arrested multiple suspects, but none of them fit the profile. Some believed the Axeman was connected to the mafia. Others thought he was a demon, a supernatural force haunting the city. Then, as mysteriously as he arrived, he was gone. After October 1919, the Axeman vanished. No more murders, no more letters, nothing. It was as if he had never existed. The case grew cold. Theories swirled, but no answers came. Was he a deranged serial killer, a hired hitman, or something worse, something beyond human understanding?